that clicked. And I said, thank you for the gift, and the person that was before me that was gifted this. And then I started teaching people how to create more deliberately and how to align. And the other thing you have to remember, people for wealth have different perceptions or beliefs what that mindset is. So for one person, wealth might be a different view. And for somebody else, it might be a different view. So you can't compare someone looking at somebody who has a yacht and all that. Well, yeah, you can create that if you like, because it's not looking at something that's greener. It's within you to create. Mm-hmm. But you have to look at your own belief system that's blocking you. And that is huge. You've got to shift that block, find where the belief system is, where you're limiting yourself, and change that. And then you open your door to infinite. Anything you really want is there. And people say, well, I'm trying to get there. We're all trying. We love to create. That's what we came here to do, is to create.
Right.
We came here to connect and to create, to be creative,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, Sherry, we're definitely in I would say in today's world, we're definitely in that situation. Given what's happening in the world at this moment, there's definitely a call that I'm feeling of a shifting of consciousness, and you speak about that. I want to hear more about that, because I think some people are really in a question of what the heck is going on? What are we going to do? Are we in a crisis or not? There's those questions. What do you have to share with us around what's happening right now today?
What I feel, everything that's happening, if you look back through eons of time, when there is a crisis of any kind, it brings change. It brings huge change. It brings community together in ways you've never had it before. But it's also teaching us to go beyond what we know, okay? Mm-hmm. This is coming in and leaving, and I know that. It's not that it's leaving, it's just that it's not going to be as much as a crisis. It's like it's coming in and leaving, just like a flu. Come in like the black swan flu. I'm not saying it's that. I'm just saying there's a lot of things coming in, and it's fear-based. Stay in your center of love and light and know everything's okay. Still take your own precautions, but live your life. Don't let fear stop you from living life. But what I got was this is bringing great change in the way we do things, even with the way the scientists are working, and it's empowerment. But it's also coming in to bring great change, not only in the U.S., but throughout the world. People are uniting more. Prayers are becoming much more powerful. People are saying there's got to be another way of doing things. So what needs to be brought light to is bringing light to and exposing a lot of stuff.
Well, you have
to bring the change. It has to be exposed to bring change.
Yeah, you have a key word.
It is an energy. It is a vibration that's there. You still have to, if you're ill or something, don't go out,
Yeah.
But don't let fear stop you with those who are okay, It's all right. Live your life, but, take your own precautions with it. Wash your hands,
Right. And you have a couple of key words that you've mentioned, and that is frequency, which we understand money is currency, which is frequency.
Yeah.
And then that going inward. And I think that, there's definitely our challenge. Do we want to go with what's being generated in terms of fear, or do we want to go with what's being generated and going inward? And how do we create community from the standpoint of going inward? I think that's a new question that we've not really, addressed.
Yeah, I think that it is cute. It's changing the way I have been told. We're all going through change individually, no matter, even before all of this, And I've been told we're letting go of what I know and allowing new to come in. You have to let go of this, what you're familiar with sometimes, you know what I'm saying? To allow new ideas, new insights to come. This is huge. We're letting go of old patterns of what we're familiar with. And we can't work in the old way. That old paradigm is changing. It's dying. And then a new one is being born. You get what I'm saying? It's transforming. It's transforming to a new paradigm, a new way of thinking, a new way of connecting, and valuing. It's huge. It's really huge. It's allowing so unlimited potential of new ways. And look at the technology, how much it's changed, And not just that, our lives are changing with it,
Well, I know that you've mentioned about your relationship with the non-physical guides, that it's about bringing great joy and love and presence with this
Yes.
new evolving consciousness. Say a little bit more about that, because in these unsettling times, the mind doesn't want to go to peace, love, and joy. It tends to
Yes,
want to
and
go what it remembers. So how do we shift that, right?
um, what I tell people is to start your day with being thankful, with gratitude. You know what I'm saying? And focus on the positive side. It's not to be in denial of what is. You can be aware of what is, but we create our own reality. We create our own perception. You ask your guides to help you shift the perception of what you see and give you deeper understanding to it, to take the fear away. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, that is huge. But going inward and recentering, you're either in love or you're in fear. You can't be in both at the same time. So do your
Mm-hmm.
own checklist. Am I coming from fear of this, or am
Mm-hmm.
I really coming from love from this? We can't be at both at the same time.
So
You're either
let me.
centered, you got to recenter into your heart and come out of the head.
Mm-hmm.
We need the mind. We have physical senses, which is the mind, and we see 24 with our eyes open 24/7. But we also have our spiritual abilities, which is coming from the heart, which is
Right.
coming from the inner vision, the inner knowing. We got
Right.
to listen to that inner knowing and the subtleness when they say it's going to be okay, just be calm. And we have to self-talk sometimes. Sometimes there's a self-talk little, and then you don't have to do it anymore. But
So.
you got to come out of the head. When you catch yourself in the head,
Mm-hmm.
you got to come back into your heart center, come
Great.
back
Great.
and
Great share.
recenter, realign through
Right.
meditation. It's easy. Yeah.
Let me ask you, I know that you work with people to help guide them to the opening to their angels and guides for help. And I think you
Hmm.
you mentioned that you have a couple CDs that you have available. Do those help us
Yeah.
to do that?
Oh yeah. They also help you. Oh yes. I have another one coming out soon too. And my books will come down probably about 2 years. I'll have a bunch of books. But yeah, Enchanted Journey was my first CD that I did, and I channeled that through Namara. And that was helping you to allow yourself to receive, to meet your higher self, to get your higher self's name. It's helping to evolve spiritually, but also empower you with getting information.
Uh-huh.
And as you have a conversation, you get answers. And then you also can retrieve some of your own spiritual gifts from the CD. And this CD was intended to keep helping you evolve. Every time you listen to it, you will keep evolving. You also meet one of your guides. And what I tell people, there's a time when you start and you be real quiet to surrender the mind, and you master that. And then you come in, there's a time where you have a conversation. This is a really beautiful sacred space to go to really get some answers and to tap into some of your other spiritual gifts. And you get either physical gifts or a spiritual gift to help you with wherever you are in your life. Call upon your guides, call upon the angels. You see them or not, they exist. You know this. Every soul knows this, even if they don't remember. There's a knowing there, deep,
And you
that
have a second
this
CD,
exists.
right?
And I have a chakra light CD, which was done to clear all the chakras, but also do a light and body activation at the same time. And that way you're more balanced and everything's done at the same time. And it also helps you bring in the new energies and the frequencies more elegantly and more gentle.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I
Yeah.
know that I can't believe it. It's so much to talk about. We're getting
Oh my
short.
God, I wanted to keep talking to you.
We're getting short on time. So let us know, how do people get a hold of you? How do they get a hold of these CDs? What is it that they can do for
Yeah,
that?
they can go to my website, which is www.sherrylord.com, SherryLord. And they can even call me at 941-961-2731. And I'm also doing the Light Consciousness events, which will be held in Sarasota May 16th and 17th. And we have exhibitors, and we have a lot of drawings that will be both days. And we're giving out 300 gift bags for the first 300 people. And there will be book signings, and we have amazing people there. We would love to have you there, and I love to meet you. and come and interact with all the wonderful people that we have there, because it's amazing.
Oh, that's so great. Sherry, thank you so much. I'm sorry we have run out of time, and we love having you on. We'd love to have you on the show again. So um, we thank you again and again. And I'm so excited people have access to your information. So this is really wonderful. Thank you for
Well,
being on
thank
our
you
show.
too.
Thanks for tuning into our show on societybitesradio.com. Don't worry if you've missed a show. You can find them all on our website at SarasotaHolisticChamberofCommerce.com.